Neil Bonnet of Hueytown, Alabama, won yesterday's running of the 32nd Annual Southern 500 at the Darlington International Raceway. It was a sweet victory for the youngest member of the Alabama gang, as he had not seen the winner's circle in over a year. But starting from the third position, he ran at or near the front all afternoon, and from the midpoint on, he dominated the race. The festivities at Darlington got underway on Thursday afternoon of last week as the pole position for the 32nd running of the Southern 500 was up for grabs. And when the drivers had completed their 2 trips around the 1.366-mile Darlington Oval, Harry Gatt of Taylorsville, North Carolina, had gotten the top spot. He turned the track in his Skull Bandit at a speed of 152.693 miles per hour, and he seemed somewhat surprised that he had run well enough to capture the inside front row position. Cale Yarborough of nearby Tillersville was second in the first day of qualifying. He had a speed of 152.135 miles per hour to finish a close second. But as Yarborough told us later, close only counts in horseshoes. The third position went to Neil Bonnet in the Purelator Mercury. He had a speed of 152.074 miles per hour. Dave Marcus got the fourth spot with a speed of 151.428 miles per hour, and Ron Bouchard and defending champion Terry Labonte completed the top 6 qualifiers. The second 6 was made up of Ricky Rudd, King Richard Petty, Buddy Baker, defending points champion Dale Earnhardt, Darrell Waltrip, and Morgan Shepherd. Petty, who has won more races than anyone else in NASCAR history, has not had such a good season in 1981. Mechanical problems have caused him to drop out of some races, and he talked with Cecil Chandler of Sportscan 13 about why he did not try to get back into the race every time he had a mechanical problem.
I'll tell you, a lot of the problems we've had couldn't be fixed. Some of them we could have worked and got fixed up, but the way the competition is now, there's so many people running so close. Used to, if you got 10 or 15 or 20 laps behind, you can still run in the first 15 or 20. Now, you get 15 or 20 laps behind, you're lucky to run in the first 30, then you're just talking about 3 or 4 points. You're not talking about that much difference. So the competition now has changed the whole complexion of racing so much that a lot of times it don't pay to go and do all that extra work and try to take a chance on getting back out there.
Buddy Baker, who won the Southern 500 in 1970, has had quite a bit of bad luck at Darlington, but he felt confident that this might be a good year for him.
Darlington's really, to say yes, I think anybody'd be guessing. I've won 2 races here. I won them back-to-back. Won the Southern 500 and then come back in the start of the next year and won the Rebel race. And why I won in those 2 races and hadn't won any more since then, I really don't know. I don't really think it's luck, but a lot of times you have to wonder when you're running super good and somebody spins in front of you. Darlington's a narrow racetrack, and you can get caught up in a lot of trouble in a hurry.
And Darrell Waltrip, who has never won the Southern 500, also felt like 1981 might be his year, too. After all, he knows how to win at Darlington. He has 3 Rebel 500 crowns, but nothing to show in the way of a trophy for the granddaddy of all the races.
Well, I think I'm due to win here in the Southern 500. I run this racetrack very well, and I've had a lot of good luck here. I've been second in the Southern 500 2 or 3 times. Last year I was leading comfortably with less than 100 miles to go, and the engine blew. And in 1979 I had a lap lead on the field and got into the first and second turn wall down here. With just a few miles to go. So this car, the Mountain Dew car and Junior Johnson always have run well here with Cale in the Southern 500. I hope that's my ace in the hole this time.
David Pearson, the Silver Fox from Spartanburg, was the top man on the second day of qualifying, and he took the 13th position. Pearson was also making another of his famous comebacks, which always seems to take place at Darlington, and he was confident he could do well.
Oh, yeah, we'll run every day, and as long as if we're not quite a bit faster than anybody else, we would always keep trying to get faster. That's the name of the game is to go fast, and of course you can't lay back. Everybody now is running so strong and trying to beat each other, so you're going to have to really run hard to win.
Bill Elliott, Benny Parsons, Joe Rutman, Bobby Allison, and Kyle Petty completed the top 6 drivers on the second day of runs, and Joe Milliken, Gary Ballou, Lenny Pond, Lake Speed, Jody Ridley, and Slick Johnson rounded out positions 14 through 24 in the 40-car field. Bobby Allison, who qualified a disappointing 17th on Friday, talked about how he felt starting that far back in the pack.
Well, really, I think the thought process is pretty much the same no matter where you start or how far into the race you are or anything like that. I try to concentrate on driving the car around the racetrack at the best rate of speed, the best line I can make, the smoothest I can make it, and I try to adjust constantly to whatever the conditions are.
Johnny Rutherford led the third and final day of qualifying as he toured the track at a speed of 149.463 miles per hour. He was followed by D.K. Ulrich, Tim Richmond, Buddy Arrington, Mike Alexander, Tommy Gale, Connie Saylor, Jack Ingram, Dick May, J.D. McDuffie, Jimmy Means, Mike Potter, Ronnie Thomas, James Hilton, H.V. Bailey, and Bobby Waywack. And the 40-car field for the 32nd running of the Southern 500 was complete. Also on Saturday, the McLeod Industries 150 was run, and Nelson Guzzler claimed the top prize with Dean Combs finishing second. Mickey York took third, Larry Caudle fourth, and Tom Bayless fifth. Guzzler averaged 107.684 miles per hour in claiming the victory on Saturday.